the NBA, Anthony Davis this morning requested a trade, and it was unlike any like breaking news trade thing I've ever gotten because it seemed so polite. Even in the wording from Bleacher Report, it said requested. Jimmy Butler demanded a trade. You demand trades in the NBA, or you get traded and the rug swept out from under you. But he was like, my time here is done. You guys were great, but you're just not going to win it.
You're not good enough.
Yeah, exactly. And then
no hard feelings, but you're not good enough.
And then as of the past half hour,
ring, sir.
yeah, this is like LeBron leaving Cleveland the first time. I just gotta sow my wild oats right now.
Maybe he comes back to New Orleans in 5 years.
Oh yeah, we have reached the maturity level of this relationship, and I need more.
We've grown apart.
It's not that you're not hot, but you just want to keep partying, and I'm ready to settle down. That's where Anthony Davis is at with the Pelicans.
You were the first franchise I was ever with, and I think I need to just open up my options.
I gave you my first 40-point game. It would be hard, and especially with a franchise that has never won anything, I would feel a little more passionate about. I'm going to be the guy that brings it for the city.
Hey, New Orleans.
So he probably does feel that way.
It's not you, it's me.
That's what it is. But as of the past half hour, Shams has been tweeting that Anthony Davis will not sign a Supermax deal with the Pelicans, which means he's willing to take less money and keep his options for teams he's going to go to more open. So without signing the Supermax, other teams can't, for people that don't know, other teams cannot then sign him to the level that he could have been signed if he stayed in New Orleans. Like Blake Griffin signed a Supermax and then was traded, keeps his Supermax salary for the length of that 5 years in Detroit. So Anthony Davis is telling the NBA, I'm willing to take a total of like
huge pay cut.
I'm going to throw this number out. I'm going to say it's about $30 million over a 5-year contract that he would lose. That he's just not going to, I'm going to say about $30 million that he's saying, I want to keep my options open. And I think that's huge because it means he is trying to win right now. He's not all about the money. And that makes him, I maybe want to play with him more. The other breaking news with that is that the Lonzo Ball camp within the past hour has come out and say, well, we know that, that means LeVar. LeVar's out here. Yeah. It's LeVar.
Big baller brand.
That they don't want Lonzo to go to the Pelicans to the point that if this happens, they want a third team to facilitate a draft pick or a moving part so that Lonzo doesn't have to go to a team with an established point guard. What do you guys think GM LeBron thought when he heard the Ball family demand of a third team?
Send him anyway.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Okay, cool. You think I'm gonna answer your dad's text when you're in New Orleans? Like that's really what it is. Is he gonna go to anybody but the Lakers?
I don't see
think
it.
so.
No, yeah, I think
that's
the writing's on the wall. Well, Kawhi just bought a $1 million house in LA, like within the past month.
That would be an incredible. That would be a team to legitimately compete with the Warriors in terms of even just star power.
If I'm the Lakers, I get rid of Rondo. That's who I would get rid of.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
see, I like Rondo.
I'm keeping Rondo.
It's
man.
either him or Lance Stevenson for me, honestly.
So we're looking at the odds because the odds have come out of Lakers players most likely to be dealt, and now you got to put this in perspective. That there's going to be at least one draft pick included in this, and that's not in here. It's just players.
I guess you could get rid of Michael.
Brandon Ingram's gone.
I think
gone.
I think they should keep Kuzma, trade Ingram and Ball, and keep Kuzma.
I like that. I agree with you
You
there.
think they're gonna get rid of Ball?
Yeah.
I think
with Rajon Rondo and LeBron James on your team, Lonzo Ball is expendable.
Rondo has playoff experience. He knows what to do. There is something to playoff Rondo, and I've seen it.
And you saw that last season.
Yeah, where he just mails it in and argues with the coach in the regular season, says either don't put me in or play me for 30 minutes, and there's no in between. And then it comes to playoff time, and he's dishing 13 assists and got 4 steals for you because he won with the Celtics, and he is the hardest dude in the playoffs. Like, he's all over people. And it's really cool. I think he's going to stay, and that's why he's plus here because he's not. Excuse me, he's a minus. He's a minus grade, but minus 115 compared to Brandon Ingram at minus 500.
I think Brandon Ingram's
I
gone.
think Lonzo's gonna. I think Rondo's gonna stay also because of the age. They're gonna. I think they're
Yeah.
gonna give up 3 young players. You got to give up a young core. I think Brandon Ingram's gone because just haven't really seen him mesh with what LeBron wants to do. I think Josh Hart's gone.
He's an interesting player.
I think that they're gonna want to keep him, but if Lonzo refuses to go, what's your locker room situation going to be after you refuse to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's
What's
going
his
to
locker
be
room situation in New Orleans if he does go?
well, right.
That's
If he
probably
takes
worse.
that pay cut, yeah.
Well, I really think Lonzo's the guy that says, "Listen, man, my dad says a lot of things. I'm here to keep my head down. I'm here to ball." And
See,
you've
I
seen
don't
that
hate
in LA.
Lonzo
I don't
Ball
hate
as
Lonzo
much as
either.
I hate LeVar. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's his
LeVar-
dad. It's his dad.
LeVar is
LeVar Ball
horrible.
makes Lonzo's name sound terrible when Lonzo's not that
It
kind of
does
guy.
leave a bad taste in
Yeah.
your mouth. For sure.
Lonzo is a passionate team player. You know, he plays both ends every play, and I like watching him. He's fun, and he puts up highlights in single plays and in game stats. But his dad just really does bring him down.
You know, I should have said Brandon Ingram as well. I think when I look at this list of names, him and Josh Hart are both names that they just don't really stand out to me. You know, I think Rajon Rondo probably was the bad thing. I think I'd rather go Lance Stevenson, actually. I would change it up and get rid of Lance.
I can see Lance being a part of it. I don't think LeBron has any real friendly feelings
No.
towards needing this guy on my team.
I think Lance and Ingram would probably go.
If there's one of the older guys, I'd agree
yeah,
with you.
if you got, I think they're going to give up an old guy like Stevenson rather than a young guy.
We know they can't give up
Well,
Caldwell
you got to think
Pope.
about you're trading for Anthony Davis. You got to give them pieces.
Something,
A core.
right? Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't give them. Oh, we'll give you
Something to
3
build.
worst players, and you can take. We'll get
Something to
Anthony
build,
Davis.
you know?
Yeah.
Right.
They can't give him Kentavious Caldwell Pope though because I'm pretty sure he's still under house arrest in the city
Can't
of
leave.
LA.
Can't leave.
Oh my god. This is the funniest thing ever where he can't go to away games with the team out of state. He could go to the Sacramento game, but he couldn't go to the Phoenix game.
Go to a Clippers game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's so funny. I think if it comes down to it, my prediction is if it's the Lakers and it's 3 young guys in a draft pick, I'm gonna say it's Ingram, Ball, and Zubac. Because I think
don't
they're
see them
gonna
getting rid of Ball.
they're gonna have to give him a big man, and there's gonna have to be a core. And I think they're gonna do everything to keep Kuzma because I think Kuzma and LeBron is a above average forward.
I think
combo.
Kuzma's going to.
I don't
really,
think
really
they get
good.
rid of Lonzo Ball because he's still there.
Kuzma is the fulcrum of this trade.
Kuzma is the best player on this list that we have here of all Lakers players
Okay, yeah.
besides LeBron.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about Lonzo. He was, and I know it's the way I look at it is they spent didn't spend a lot of money, but he's their big draft pick. He's their guy.
Well, they traded away D'Angelo Russell. They said we're going to move forward.
Right,
with
and
Ball.
you bring in LeBron to kind of mentor him. Like they're trying to make him their next star. I
They've
think.
played well together.
And so that's why I don't think they're going to get rid of Lonzo. I think they're trying to make him a Kobe or a Shaq, like a big
It could
star.
be Lonzo. I mean, from another team perspective, I would say I'd agree with you. Lonzo is a very unappealing trade asset, which I know what he's going to bring to the court, but I also know it's going to come with him off the court, which is why the Celtics were picking that high, and I was like, oh, I know they're not going to take Lonzo, and I'm not even worried about that because we don't want those problems. And I really think that could be a part of it for a team saying, no, we don't really want that drama in our locker room of somebody saying why our point guard should be a different point guard. And so maybe he doesn't get traded, and that's why. But other teams that Anthony Davis could go to, Lakers are the best odds at -125. Celtics are second. Pelicans are third to play
Question.
next season. Yeah.
I totally didn't listen to what you just said, so we're gonna have to cut. But do you think if Lance Stevenson gets traded, he blows a kiss goodbye?
Maybe on Instagram.
I'm so sorry. What did you say?
He could on Instagram. Well, the teams with the best odds for where Anthony Davis is going to
okay.
be playing next season. Lakers are at -125. Celtics are second at +150. Then it's Pelicans if he stays there +600, and then another jump to the Knicks at 850. So here's why: if I'm a betting man, which I've done a very bad job of that through the NFL playoffs,
I want to see you really put money down on that
you know, I
and just fuck up.
think
your
I'd
life.
do better with my life on the line. ice in my veins, bro.
I keep trying not to swear, and I keep swearing. It's just who I am, guys.
So I think the Knicks are honestly an actual dark horse. I think
I saw that. I saw the Knicks as a potential,
The
and
Knicks-
I was intrigued.
the Knicks could put together
850?
a package, and that's why you bet on them. I
850.
I think he'll be with the Knicks before he'll be with the Celtics. I'm going to say, based on the
Oh.
timing of this trade request, the Celtics do not have a chance to get him.
No, because they can't get rid of Kyrie.
Exactly. See, that's why the Celtics can't get him until after July 1st
Yep.
because they would have to rework Kyrie's career or contract. They cannot have two of that type of contracts on the same roster without restructuring. So he's still not going to be available like this when it comes to July. So that's why, unfortunately, like the Celtics, they've been talking about for 2 years how they could put together the Celtics could put together a package better than anybody else, and now it comes time for the bidding,
They can't do
and
it.
they literally cannot have him on the team. So I like the Knicks though. I don't know if you could include Porzingis.
No, you would want
Oh.
Porzingis to stay on. If
You
you
give-
do everything,
Can I give you 10 guys?
anything else, yep.
Can I just like go into
They
the
have draft
offseason
picks.
with
They have-
Davis and Porzingis?
They have.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, that would be an incredible. That'd
Oh my
be
gosh!
that'd
Is
be
your 4 and your 5
almost as scary as Cousins than Davis was
I'm
in New
sorry.
Orleans.
scarier?
I can't.
Scarier.
Doesn't
DeMarcus
he-
Cousins is pretty good.
DeMarcus Cousins is good, but I think he's a little more limited offensively and ceiling wise at this point in his career compared to Kristaps Porzingis.
After the Achilles injury, maybe not before though.
No, not before, but as of right now, plus with
Yes, right now,
Porzingis'
Porzingis is
long range
fine.
ability, the purple unicorn, as he is affectionately known, would be a
How do you
great
get purple unicorn?
because that's what Phil Jackson called him. That's why he drafted him. Like, there's only like he's like a purple unicorn. Like,
That's
how
such
often
a-
do you see one of those?
Such a weird thing to
'Cause he's-
name somebody.
Because he's so unique.
I get the metaphor, but
They would be like two Kevin Durant's in the post. It would be the most incredible front court.
did you say Wingus and Dingus earlier? For names,
No,
I heard Dingus.
Porzingis.
Porzingis sounded like Dingus. I'm sorry, I was so lost in the weeds there, but